friends, welcome back to my channel. In this series of video, I am going to talk about a quite interesting and important topic, that is search of genetic material. So at present, we all know that the DNA is a genetic material in most of the organism. But at 1920s, during which these experiments were conducted by the biologists, the biggest question in their mind was, what is the actual genetic material? And they had a doubt between protein and DNA. Means, according to some biologists, the DNA is a genetic material, and according to some other, protein is a genetic material. So though the biologists during 1920s, they had a knowledge about many concepts like the concept of nuclein, which is explained by Mischer, the concept of factors and inheritance of factors as it is explained by Mendel, the concept of chromosome and chromosomal theory of inheritance as it is explained by Sutton and Boveri. So though they had a knowledge of all these concepts, the biomolecules which act as a genetic material was a mystery. So to solve this mystery, many biologists conducted different experiments and they finally concluded that the DNA is a genetic material. So out of those experiments, today I am going to explain about Griffith experiment. The transforming principle or Griffith experiment was conducted by Frederick Griffith during 1928. Griffith was a British bacteriologist and he was studying the possibility of developing vaccine against pneumonia. Pneumonia is caused by Diplococcus pneumoniae or pneumococcus or Streptococcus pneumoniae. So during his study, he cultured this Diplococcus pneumoniae in the Petri plate containing agar medium, and he got two different colonies of this bacteria. So one colony was smooth and shiny in appearance, whereas another colony was rough and dull in appearance. And he named this colony as S strain and R strain. So here S refers to smooth, R refers to rough. So S strain is the one which was smooth and shiny, R strain is the one which was rough and dull. And he also got that the smooth appearance of S strain because it was encapsulated. Encapsulated means it has a covering or the capsule of mucin. So mucin is a polysaccharide, whereas the R strain was rough because it was non-encapsulated, means it does not have a covering of mucin. He also got to know that the S strain was virulent. Virulent means it is this S strain which causes pneumonia and results in the death of the individual. Whereas the R strain was non-virulent, means it does not cause pneumonia. So Griffith, with the help of these two strains of Diplococcus pneumoniae, he conducted series of experiments on mice. In the first experiment, Griffith injected S strain of Diplococcus pneumonia to mouse. The result was death of the mouse. So this mouse developed symptoms of pneumonia, or it developed pneumonia and it died because of pneumonia. He could also able to show the blood of this dead mouse consists of living S cells, which suggests that the S strain is virulent. So what happens here is the S strain have mucin or polysaccharide coat. So this mucin coat of the S strain, it protects this bacteria from the host immune system. So immune cells of the mouse cannot fight against this bacteria because of the mucin coat. So because of that, the S strain causes pneumonia to the rat and the mouse will die because of pneumonia. In the second experiment, Griffith injects R strain of Diplococcus pneumonia to mouse. In this example, the mouse do not develop any symptoms of pneumonia. As a result, it was alive. And in this case, the blood of this mouse did not show any living R cell. So which suggests that R strain is non-virulent. So what happens here is the R strain is non-encapsulated, means it do not have mucin or polysaccharide capsule. So because of that, the R strain cannot protect itself from the host immune cell. So once it is injected, the immune cells of the mouse start to fight against this R strain and it will kill the R strain. So because of that, we cannot find living R cells in the blood of this mouse. From the first experiment, Griffith concluded that the S strain is virulent. So based on this results, he continued his experiment. Now, he wanted to discover whether the polysaccharide or mucin coat which is present in the S strain could be the cause of toxicity. So for that, he conducted third experiment. So in third experiment, he could able to kill the S strain by heating them. Then he injected this heat-killed S strain to mouse. And he observed that the heat-killed S strain did not kill the mouse. So the mouse was alive in this third experiment. So from this he concluded that the polysaccharide or mucin coat which is present in the S strain causes toxicity. In the fourth experiment, Griffith combined second and third experiment. That is, he mixed live R strain and heat-killed S strain. And the mixture of this live R strain and heat-killed S strain is injected to mouse. And the result was the mouse was died of pneumonia. And when he observed the blood of this died mouse, the blood contains live S strain. So that is what surprised Griffith, because he injected heat-killed S strain. So he did not injected live S strain, but the blood of this died mouse had live S strain. So from this experiment, he concluded that something from the heat-killed S strain is transferred to R strain. So that something he called it as a transforming principle. So transforming principle from the heat-killed S strain is transferred to R strain and it enables the R strain to convert it into S strain. So difference between the R strain and S strain is presence of mucin coat, isn't it? So this transforming principle which is transferred from heat-killed S strain to R strain, it enables the R strain to synthesize mucin coat. So which converted the R strain to virulent. So because of that it causes pneumonia and the mouse died of pneumonia. So there is a transformation or transforming principle is transferred from heat-killed S strain to R strain. But Griffith could not able to explain what is the chemical nature of the transforming principle. So he told that some transforming principle is transferred from heat-killed S strain to R strain. Anyhow, now we know that the transforming principle is nothing but the DNA. So the DNA from heat-killed S strain is transferred to R strain, and this DNA had gene which is responsible for the production of a mucin coat. So because of that, the R strain developed mucin coat around them and it is converted into S strain or virulent. So which caused pneumonia. Because of that, mouse died. So that is how Griffith did the experiment using two strains of Streptococcus pneumoniae on mouse to explain transforming principle. I hope this video will be useful. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.